Good morning. Welcome to Time in His Word. You ever notice when you get distracted, like especially in sports, the coach will yell out, "Come on, get your mind in the game." Or if you're at work and you're having a bad day, for safety reasons, you just get up and you walk away, go get a coffee, go stand outside for a minute and come back in and try the task again with your mind focused on what you're doing. It's easy to get distracted when you're doing a task. If you have personal things that are bothering you, or health issues, or family health issues, whatever it could be, can take our focus off of what we're doing, and hence the phrase, get your mind in the game. That sometimes that phrase will work and it'll help you, and it'll bring you back around to thinking what you need to do, and other times it doesn't work. It's just one of those days where you just can't focus. I have days like that driving this truck. Some days the whole day's like a blur. I'm there, but I'm not there. And so I know I'm not the only one that does that. But in Colossians, the 3rd chapter, somewhere along the lines, I don't know if it was a Sunday school lesson or what, but I wrote there's places in my Bible where it says, chapter theme. And I wrote across here, Christian living / home. And I've read through here, and there's it's only 25 verses. So if you get a chance today, take a look at Colossians, the 3rd chapter, and read the chapter, look through it. There's a lot of stuff on how to go about living. For instance, we're going to look at the first 2 verses. Verses 1 and 2 say this: "Therefore, if you have been raised up with Christ, keep seeking the things above where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your mind on the things above, not on the things that are on earth." And that's a great thought to remember there. And beside that verse, I wrote mindset, Romans 12, 1 and 2. And we'll look at that in a minute. But today, as you go through the day, try and really focus on what it is in your Christian life you're trying to achieve or to obtain, or if you're struggling with a decision, pray about it and seek out guidance from other Christians as to what to do, or how you feel that God's leading you to do. I do that quite often, and a lot of times I'll find that somebody that I have confide in, they already have the answer because they're thinking the same thing, that I would be good to do that, or that would be right up my alley. Kind of gives you that second opinion that you're seeking. And I mentioned earlier Romans 12, 1 and 2, and it says this: "Therefore I urge you, brethren, by the miracles of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove that the will of God is that which is good and acceptable and perfect." So these two tie together really good, but mostly this morning I want you to, for that phrase, set your mind on things above. What it is leading you, what is guiding, what is your passion in your walk in Christ. And if you don't have a passion, how come you don't have a passion in the walk in Christ? There's got to be something that you're good at that you can do in the service for God to further His kingdom. And I found over the years, part of the joy, if you will, of trying to find your passion to serve is trying new things, and if they don't work out, don't worry about it, because you learned something new in order to find out that wasn't your calling. So set your mind on things above.